Howdy, everyone. It's been a while. Fairly good while, too. Hang on. Trying to clip the fucking volume controls from my headphones on my shirt. I cannot sleep. I've been up for I'd say about 36 hours. I'm also coming down with a throat sore illness thing. Oh, yeah, Jesus. I just checked my video backlog. I've only done 3 streams this year. Ooh. And I was going on almost a month. 2 days from now, this upcoming Sunday would make it a whole month that I didn't stream. So I thought I would. Been trying to, been trying to stream, but I've been held prisoner in an apartment for weeks and weeks and weeks. So much so that my fucking foam mattress actually stiffened up, and it was fairly uncomfortable to lay on the first night I was here again. Plus, I doubt anybody's gonna come into the fucking chat. It's like 12:30 in the fucking morning. I'm just tired, depressed, and bleh. So I thought I'd just vent. Uh, what could I rant and rave about? Hmm, trying to think of something good. Huh? Someone removed something off of fucking Facebook that I shared. Weird. Um. Oh God. What to talk about? Trying to figure out that awkward situation I was in earlier. And by earlier, I mean like in the month. And I'm trying not to cough. Okay, I got something. It happened yesterday. So I got myself locked out of my apartment. It wasn't my fault. So I decided to go get something to drink and eat because I'm a great big fat fuck. And to those who like my audience, because apparently I get more than 2 or 3 views, um, y- y- that that reference is gonna go over your head. But unless you've been watching me for a while, in that case, thank you. But yeah, my fat ass wanted something to eat and drink, so I went down to the corner store, and it's like a 5 minute walk there and back again, a hobbit's tale. And I didn't think of anything of it. Like, you're going for a 2.5 minute walk to the store to grab something to drink and eat, and then 2.5 minutes to walk back. Are you really gonna lock like your front door and your apartment door? No, especially if it's in a surprisingly quiet fucking part of the city. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna walk down, grab it, come back. No point in me fucking wasting time locking each door and then coming back, pulling the keys out, fucking unlocking the door, locking them when I come back in, so on and so forth. Like I gotta lock and unlock in total 3 times each. Lock them when I'm leaving, unlock them when I'm coming in, and locking them when I'm closing the door behind me. Fuck that. I'm too lazy. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Fuck it. Well, second floor, is an old lady, the mother-in-law to my landlord. Well, she's a nosy prick, and I guess she has a fucking habit of locking the fucking door. Because as soon as I came back, the fucking door was locked. And what's even worse, the fucking bitch is deaf. Like, literally deaf. Or partially deaf. Who knows? So I rang that doorbell, her doorbell, multiple times. Knocked on, maybe punched or kicked the door out of fucking frustration at the fact that, you know, I pay $1,000 to live here and I get locked out for fucking going outside for 5 minutes. And that was the thing that pissed me off. Was like it was just fucking recent. I was not gone more than 5 minutes, which means me going to the front of the apartment, climbing up the front steps, opening like unlocking my fucking mailbox, and then sifting through my mail as I stand there would like does that warrant locking the fucking door on me? What if I took the dogs out so they could go to the bathroom? And I was like, "Eh, fuck it. I'm not going to go through the back door. I'll go through the front, carry them into the backyard, and let them run around." All three scenarios should not warrant the fucking front door being locked. And I'll be fucking damned if I'm lectured. Well, you should have your keys. Fuck you. I'm walking to the front of the fucking place to get my fucking mail. Why the fuck do I need to unlock, then like lock up, walk 10 like 5 fucking yards to the front of the fucking building, unlock my fucking mailbox, proceed to check my mail because the trash cans are out, toss the junk mail out, and then take the important mail in. And then once I get to the fucking front door, or technically the side door of the fucking building, I then have to unlock the door, then lock it behind me, then go to my door, unlock that door, close it, and then lock that one up too. When I could just simply go out the door to the front, grab the mail, come back, open the door, close it, lock it then, go to my door, open it, close it, lock it then. Seems a lot fucking less complicated and time consuming when you do it that way. Especially with how fucking close you are to everything in the fucking vicinity of that door. But no, I had to sit there. And here's the other kicker: I didn't have a jacket on. I had a pair of I had my boots, my jeans, a fucking thermal top, and then a t-shirt over that. And it was fucking like 30 something fucking degrees out, with like I think it was 40-mile-per-hour winds. It was a cold, windy motherfucking day. And I had to stand outside for 2.5 hours until somebody finally came home with the fucking brains to be like, "Oh, you're locked out? Let me unlock it for you." Insane. Fucking insane. No need. Absolutely no need. I should not have to deal with this stupid bullshit. And she's done it before. Thankfully, when I've had the keys and we had to change the locks because third floor got evicted because they refused to pay like a $200 markup because the landlord wanted them out and he knew they won't pay, like I think it was like $850 a month, or it's $950 now because that's what he wants for the place now, which is fucking stupid. And then he's also talking about paying me to paint the fucking place and clean it for 25 an hour. But he won't just knock off like the amount that I earn. So like if I work 20 hours at 25 an hour, which is what he's offering, if I work 20 hours, that's $500. He's not going to knock 500 off my rent because your $1,000 rent is one of the few sources of income we have. In fact, that whole apartment's the only income we're having. I just I had to refinance the apartment so I could get an $11,000 loan uh to fix my tractor trailer truck. And it's like, so what you're telling me is I'm paying you to live here so that you can pay me back half of the money I just gave you. Is that what you're saying? Like 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 no matter how he fucking explained it in all his plans, like all his ideas of how to pay like for payments made no fucking sense. Oh well, I can give you 500 one month and 500 the other month. Well, why don't you just knock off 500 for each month then? Like if I work fucking if I earn $1,000 painting and cleaning the place because it's completely covered in THC and fucking cigarette smoke residue all over the place, on top of having to strip the carpets, put the new carpets in, and possibly remodel the place for any damages that you see fit. Like, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take one fuck of a time to clean, especially if I have to clean the ceilings, the walls, like the nooks and crannies, the whole shebang, and then paint it because he doesn't. He like I don't know how many coats he's expecting. I don't. On top of that, he has to purchase all the materials I'm going to need. So where's that income coming from? Am I the only one that's not seeing or like who's seeing this shit? Like, huh? What? And then he went on to go, well, I could do like if you make 500, I could do 250 one month or 125 one month, and just pay you off 125 a month until I'm paid you off. And it's like, motherfucker, no. Like, I ain't busting my dick for 50 hours just for you to trickle out fucking money willy nilly. Just knock it off my fucking rent. That's what any landlord would do. Like, it's just fucking seriously. Like, that's landlords love that. Landlords love it when they have someone that knows what the fuck they're doing, like plumbing or an electrician or a carpenter or a painter, something that's living in their house, their apartment building, and offers up their services. Because it's like, yeah, I'm charging them $1,000, but hey, I don't have to go looking for a painter, and if I can get them to the price I want, like most people that live in an apartment building will take a fairly good fucking like pay cut compared to like professionals, unless you are a professional in other like me. I'm fairly skilled in carpentry, plumbing, and painting, and basic renovations. Motherfucker came up to me and said, "I'll pay you 25 bucks an hour to do this." Yeah, yeah, I'll totally do it. 25 bucks an hour. But in my head, I was thinking I can get a deduction off of like a month of rent. Sounds fucking reasonable. I mean, where's the fucking issues? What are the issues? I don't see issues at all. And on top of that, he's been telling me for months now that he's going to have a carpenter come over because the walls are cracking because of how cold it is, because there's hard if there is insulation, it's finite. It's incredibly thin insulation. Drafts are coming in from the windows, the electrical sockets. Like, I've got cracks running up fucking 3 or 4 of the walls in like the living room and the dining room. Like, it's bad. It's bad. And he's been telling me since like the beginning of February, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm called a carpenter. He's coming over. Like, he should be there Saturday." Okay. 4 days go by, doesn't show. Call him up. "Hey, carpenter hasn't showed up." Oh, he's real busy right now. He'll come in next weekend. Call like sit there, waste my whole fucking day waiting for him. Never shows up. And to this point, I've just been like, fuck it. Like, if you try to take my security, you can go fucking rub it on your goddamn chest. Like, I took photos when I came in here before I fucking put money in his goddamn hand, and I've taken photos documenting like these are the damages that he still that I've been calling about him. I've been texting him, calling him, and screenshotting all that shit just in case I have to bring this fucker to court. Because fuck this dude. Fuck this dude. I'm honestly like, I've lived here for 6 months and I fucking regret it every single fucking day. So I have been looking for a place. I've been looking and looking and looking. Still haven't found anything worth my fucking time. And then on top of that, this is more news towards the show, podcast thing, YouTube related, video game related. Um, so I believe I was talking about it at some point. Taxes. My federal is being reviewed. I still haven't gotten that back. I got my state back, but my federal tax return was going towards a desktop, and a desk and the fixings. And that's in review until possibly the latest, from what the paperwork said, May 2nd. So I gotta sit here on my fucking hands with a possible thumb up my pooper, waiting for my fucking, like, I'm gonna be making fucking income again soon. Like, like, I'm gonna be like going back to work around April. April 1st is when the season starts. Uh, when the fuck is this money coming? Because as soon as I get this money, I can start talking to the people that I've been planning on talking to about building a gaming desktop. With a gaming desktop, I can start doing let's plays. So on top of these, I can be doing let's plays and being a total fucking Riri. So that's great. That's great. Hang on. Oh, matches. Okay. Wrong side. Ah, sulfur smoke in the eye. But I do like the taste and smell of sulfur because I'm weird like that. Uh, let's see. Oh. So I was watching a video from Philly D, Philip DeFranco, and he's done two videos on this person. Uh, Fun Time Adventures or some shit like that, like the woman from Arizona that's been abusing her children that do YouTube videos. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's a little bit of a fucking hypocrite. Just a smidge, just a little, hypocritical. I'm just gonna say that now. There's been quite a few times where I've disagreed with his opinions. This time I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't know. You're kind of being a hypocrite with this one. So you got the Christchurch shooter, and any shooter that Philip DeFranco does a news piece on or news recap on. He hides their face, does not name them out of lack of empathy or apathy towards them because he doesn't want them to be famous. Okay, understandable. Like, we shouldn't elevate these people into the media for fucking potential shooters to be like, oh, I want to be like that guy, like the fucking Columbine or murderer or fucking serial killer, fucking sickos or sycophants on fucking Tumblr that fetishize those fuckers. I just want to. I just want to beat every single fucker that like literally not met like, oh well, that they were kind of attractive. No, like the ones that are like, oh my god, like they are so fucking dreamy. I wish I could have been shot by one of them or stabbed or hate fucked. Like those people need to be hit with a goddamn baseball bat. Like you are propagating a fucking cult of personality, fucking putting them on a fucking pedestal and being like, you are just a god. And it's like, no, they're not. They're fucking mentally deranged psychos. They're fucking sick in the head. They killed people. Like, you don't even have the sympathy or empathy to acknowledge those families. It's all about the shooter or the fucking serial killer, like Ted Bundy, which brings me back to Philip DeFranco because he won't show Ted Bundy's face, one of the most prolific American serial killers in the past like 3-4 decades. No, 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 no. I'm not going to show him. But what I will show, Zac Efron portraying him. I'll promote the fucking Netflix. Not intentionally though, but I'll bring up the Netflix drama that's going on about how it may be showing us a different fucking side slash appreciation towards him, kind of giving him a different light of, oh well, look how cool he was and charismatic and charming and blah blah. Like I'm just gonna talk about that and give the show fucking free publicity. But no 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 no, I'm not gonna show his face. Like sickos like that shouldn't get any fame or notoriety, even though he's again one of the most prolific serial killers in recent times. Now, and then going back to this fucking the fat hag from Arizona that was, sexually and physically and mentally and emotionally abusing her children to the point that she was pepper spraying them in a fucking closet. I'll show her face. What? Huh? So you won't show someone that gunned down like 50 fucking people in Christchurch, New Zealand, but you'll show a woman that was sexually assaulting, sexually abusing, emotionally and physically abusing children. You'll show her face. A woman who is locking her children into a fucking closet, pepper spraying or beating them, or literally pinching one of their penises to the point that it bled, and starving them to death. To the point that when fucking like law enforcement came, like the children were fucking frantically trying to grab at all the food and drink that they were offering them, like they were fucking Auschwitz survivors. Yeah, yeah, we'll show that face. Nah, Ted Bundy, a name that like has been immortalized in history. Nah, I won't show him. I won't show I don't know. It seems a little fucking hypocritical. Little, just a smidge hypocritical. Just just a bit. I don't know why that pissed me off while I was watching it, but I was like, you second day you showing her picture. It was probably the fact that like he brought up in both stories how she was doing that shit to him. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. If I remember correctly, yeah, gotta wipe my nose. Um, if I remember correctly, I don't even think he showed Brent something or whatever. The fucking kid that got the fucking college track runner or whatever, the fucking sports guy that fucking raped a chick behind a fucking dumpster. Like, I don't remember if he showed his picture. If he did, again, that's another sign of his hypocrisy. been so long since that case. But I don't know. That was a little. That'd be pretty fucking hypocritical to show that guy. But these other people are monsters. Disgusting, disgusting fucking examples of humanity. They shouldn't be fucking elevated to notoriety. Like they shouldn't have any fame or notoriety. But I'll show these horrible examples of human beings that fucking abuse children or rape women or both. Same thing happened with Daddy of Five. That's another thing. I'll show the videos of the children getting abused. Though technically he had to show it because the whole story was about the abuse and there was like a fucking divide, I guess. Though I don't really see it. Don't remember there actually being a divide of people that were disagreeing with him that it was not abuse. I don't know. My neurons are fried. Awful. Just awful. God, what else can I fucking rant and rave about? Like that's the other fucking thing. Like like I gotta start doing these more frequently so that I can remember what the fuck I wanted to talk about. Because it's been a few times where I've wanted to do a stream this month, but I haven't had the time because of my sleep schedule now. Like it's completely destroyed. I'll go a couple days without sleep till fucking like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Wake up, be up all fucking night till like 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Sleep till 3 again. So I gotta fucking figure that out. Try and get that shit back on the fucking a normal time schedule. Not to mention the fucking daylight savings kind of fucking is fucking me up too. Because I'm still stuck in daylight save. Isn't it both daylight savings? I can't even fucking remember. Before the most recent daylight savings time, like when the clocks went back an hour instead of forward an hour. Like, whew, I'll fucking look around. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's too fucking bright. Oh God, wait, it's already 9. Sun's still out. Should be dark. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. Sprung an hour ahead already. Fuck. Oh well. Oh well. Ugh. God, fucking hate it. There we go. Crack that ankle. Now on to fucking just add lemonade. Let me have tea, cause that's better. There we go. Crack open another cigarette, cause fuck it, why not? Live fast and dangerous. No regard. All right. So grab another match and then I'll start ranting and raving again. Uh, hmm. Okay, I got something. So it's been quite a while since I watched anime. Well, let me correct myself. It's been a while since I've watched certain anime. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine a couple days ago about it because I've been down and dour and depressed and somber and malaise. So I started thinking, and it's like, I'm in a fucking nostalgia trip right now. I haven't watched a lot of anime in a while. I've just finished the first season of Goblin Slayer because I'm lazy like that. Also, if you haven't watched Goblin Slayer, watch it. It's fucking great. Even though the first episode everyone was poo pooing. I mean, granted, I can understand why, but I don't know. I relate to Goblin Slayer. I really do. He's a fucking what would be a good word for him? Actually, I wouldn't even be able to describe him in one word correctly, because he's more than one word description kind of character. But he's basically me, completely ignorant to the opposite sex. Totally. It's a fucking it's a what's the trope? An unwelcomed harem show? It's an unwelcomed harem. Like you got priestess, you have God, what's her name? Cowgirl or farm girl. Then you have uh high elf. You have sword maiden, and then you have guild girl or whatever the fuck her name is in the light novels. But like he's got like five chicks all craving him right over his fucking head each fucking time. And he's just single-minded. That's what he is. He is. It's obvious, but that's technically a fucking compound double word instead of a fucking singular word. But he's single-minded. Kill goblins, and he's just fucking hilarious. Because it's kind of what I do half the fucking time. I focus on work, or focus on food, or focus on games. At some point, I am just hard set to do one fucking thing. And he's just great. He's fucking hilarious. I don't care what other people think. Like he'll walk into the guild. Goblins. No, no goblins, and just starts immediately walking out. And Guild Girl has to stop him. Great. He's also just a total fucking badass because he does what I would do in a D&D setting, which is grab the most fucking grab anything, like all the mediocre items that nobody thinks you can use as a weapon. Like when he's explaining to two novice adventurers how to kill giant rats, he's like, just just take the weapon. But they don't have weapons. Well, goblins do. We're not fighting goblins. We're fighting giant rats. Hmm. Use a club. It's cheap. It's cheap and effective. I'm sure it'll hurt him. Just beat him over the head with a club. Or like in the first episode where he's like, I'm gonna use gasoline. Fucking burn them all inside the den. Fuck it. I don't care. He's just great. I love it. I love the show. It infuriates me because just Goblin Slayer being so fucking absent minded about the fucking harem. But yeah, so I finished that. Uh I just started I think I'm halfway through fucking something Neverland. I already fucking forgot the name of the anime. It's the orphans that are in the orphanage thing, and it's a fucked up series. I'm halfway through that. I'm kind of meh about it right now because I feel like it's just gonna keep repeating itself. Like you can only go so far with the fucking show premise with that, and most manga will just stretch out insanely with filler. And I hate that. Like One Piece and Naruto and Inuyasha. What? Oh, so yeah. Uh, so I was like, I'm gonna watch some old anime that I used to watch that I haven't watched in years, and I'm not gonna watch Cowboy Bebop. I know that fucking inside and out. I might watch it though, 'cause it's fucking great. But two came up. First is Ghost in the Shell, standalone complex. Been years since I watched that, and I've started feeling nostalgic because when I started thinking about it, started thinking about the theme song Inner Universe, and I was like, man, that's such a great theme song. And then fucking, I'm like, oh, I miss old school Adult Swim. And I started thinking of all the anime that I used to watch on Adult Swim's block and Toonami, and a couple came up. First was Inuyasha, and I was like, fuck no, I ain't watching that. No. No, thank you. As soon as that came on, I'd fucking change the channel and watch a late night show, for God's sake, compared to that. Then I started thinking of Full Metal Alchemist. And I was like, yeah, there's the 2003 version, and then there's Brotherhood. Like the 2003 versions get the stupid ending where fucking spoilers to anyone who hasn't watched a fucking 16-year-old version of a manga. Um, fucking Edward and I believe Al stay in fucking like World War II era Germany with their father. You know, like fuck Winry, fuck all the the friends you've made. We're gonna stay in fucking like pre-war torn Germany because that makes fucking sense. But like Brotherhood, I don't know, Brotherhood, like yeah, Brotherhood, yeah, like it stays truer to the manga, but like there's a lot of badass scenes that fucking the 2003 version had that did better than fucking Brotherhood because I watched like the first few episodes of Brotherhood and like it drags on compared to 2003. Plus, you got a better connection to the characters in the 2003 version because you stick with them while they're kids. Plus, all the scenes look better animated in the 2003 version. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna watch that." So I skipped Full Metal, and I'm thinking, well, what else did I watch? And that's when Ghost in the Shell came to mind. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll watch Ghost in the Shell standalone complex again. I like that. That was a good anime. On top of the first movie, second one's okay for the movies. Um, God, it's been a while since I'm gonna have to fucking watch the standalone complex movies too, because it's been a while since I watched those. But then another one came up, and it's been so fucking long since I watched it. Like I've watched standalone here and there, like a few episodes here and there when it's popped up, but it's been many a year since I watched this one, and I don't know how I'll take it this time because maybe my opinions might change with a second viewing. Evangelion. So I didn't like Evangelion the first time around. I did not. And I get you're not supposed to like Shinji or Asuka or the main cast and the fucking Gynax ending for fucking episodes 25 and 26 were and then end of Evangelion. That's just a clusterfuck of a fucking mess right there. And then there's the Rebuild series that I never watched because I was like, ew, no. But like, I don't know, that crazy motherfucker was like, "Oh, I'm more well adjusted now. I'm gonna have like my characters are still gonna be fucked up, but they're gonna be more well adjusted like I am, and the story is gonna have like a more definitive kind of ending that'll be better than end of Evangelion." And I'm like, yeah. But then when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll watch Neon Genesis. I'll watch End of Eva, and then I'll watch the rebuild because it's next year that the fourth and final movie of the rebuild series will be coming, which is Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0. Because of course I know you can't just say four because like there's like a definitive version now of the rebuild because there's 1.0 and then the definitive is 1.11 and then there's 2.0 which is 2.22 and then 3.0 which apparently like even the Neon Genesis fan base fucking despises, and that's 3.33, and there's like a 14-year time skip in that one from what I was reading up, and like Rei, Asuka, and Shinji have not aged because reasons. Eh. So like 3.0 plus 1.0 is supposed to be like this continuity's end of Eva. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll fucking watch them all. So that way, like, if it comes to fucking the U.S. to the states with an English dub, I'll fucking watch it. There'll be something to talk about on a stream, possibly, if I fucking remember, because it's been years. It's been taking him years. Plus, he did the fucking Shin Godzilla, which, yeah, yeah, I kind of, yeah, yeah, as John Tron would put it. Yep, gotta move my mic up so I can drink my fucking tea. That's good tea. I also gotta slow my roll on cigarettes. Ah, my back. Let's see. What the fuck else could I talk about? Because I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about. Take my mind off of like the nostalgia trip I've been going through and the depression. Ooh, don't want to deal with that. I don't like the fact that like May 22nd would be my grandfather's 82nd birthday, and it's like, yeah, awesome. This year's gonna suck dick because I'll like once September 21st comes, I'll have lived longer without my grandfather than with. That's always a good fucking thing. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's people that are like, yeah, fucking suck it up, and it's like, I can't. It's just how I am. Like I, yeah, I wish I could fucking do that. I really do. I really wish that I could just be like, yeah, he's been dead and buried for fucking 14 years. Oh well. But it's like, yeah, you kind of can't when it's someone that fucking raised you since you were a child and was like the biggest impact on your life. Like, I don't know. Sucks. Really sucks. Hang on. I gotta take my killers. Ugh. Fucking. They should really make Advil and Aleve and most shit for painkillers actually taste good. Well, actually, I guess you can't because then kids would fucking gobble them up. Whew, that one got stuck in my fucking throat. Uh, let's see. What other fucking benign, boring shit could I talk about? Oh, insurance is my friend Ricky's insurance is covering my payments for my medical bills. A, I gotta still call them too. They called a week ago. I was with his girlfriend Maddie picking up her daughter from school, and they called her phone. She hands it to me and goes, say I'm not here." And we're driving, and I don't know about you, but like when you call someone and they're driving, you can kind of hear that they're driving. So I answer the phone, and the chick, her name's Hannah. She's like, "Oh, this is such and such insurance. My name is Hannah. I'm calling for Maddie." And I'm like, "Oh, Maddie's in the bathroom." Then who am I speaking to? Yeah, my name's Jack. I'm Ricky and Maddie's friend. I'm just hanging out with them at the time. Ricky's at work, but Madison's in the bathroom right now. But I can take down the information if you want when she gets out, and I can have her call you again. Oh, yep, that's fine. So she gives me all the information, like the fucking claim number, uh, her name, her extension, the address, blah blah blah, and I'm pretending to write it on my fucking legs that I can stay in character. And I was like, "All right, well, thanks. Is there anything else you want me to tell her?" No, that's fine. Just tell her to call us, and these are her hours. Okay. And I hang up, and I hand it to her. I'm like, "Well, there it goes." She goes, "All right, well, I'm gonna have to call her." Not 30 seconds later, the same bitch calls my phone. Well, I'm fucked because I didn't change the tone of my voice, so I can't answer the phone. Because if I answered the phone, she'd be like, "Jack," and it's like, "Well, fuck. Yeah, it's Nate. I was lying totally. I was pretending to be another person, because Maddie doesn't want to answer her phone. I can't do that, so I've had to sit on it and wait." And I'm hoping she doesn't answer the fucking phone when I call, and if she does, I'm fucking praying that she does not recognize my voice, because then it's gonna be even fucking more awkward. Because it's gonna be like, "You sound familiar. You sound like Maddie and Ricky's friend Jack," and it's gonna be like, "Fuck, no, I'm not Jack. What do you want?" "Oh well, I'm just just asking if there's anything that you need." Like, cause they sent me a fucking hang on, I got the paperwork right here. I don't fucking care. Get out of here. Application for benefits for personal injury protection. And it's like, okay, like, what am I gonna get compensated for? Like, what benefits? Like, I'm not fucking crippled for life. Uh, yeah, and then it's like, were you employed? No, I wasn't employed, so I'm not gonna get anything out of it. Like I've already sent all the I've already sent them all three bills from the they're not debt collectors. Fucking insurance policy areas. Like one for radiology for my leg and hand and wrist. Then there's the doctor that saw me in the ER, and then just the ER, I believe. I think that was the third one or second to last. But it's like, yeah, like I don't need compensation. I've sent you all the information that you need to get the bills all set up. Like like your insurance, like I already talked to your insurance. They've said, "Okay, well we're going to talk to them. Like you're covered under the insurance for the vehicle." And I think it's like $1,800. No, 8 grand. Like they can cover 8 grand. Like my bills did not even reach 2 grand for all the fucking medical equipment. and stuff I needed used, or the splint, or the medication, because I had to. That's over the counter. I'm gonna have another cigarette. Fuck it. Fuck it. So yeah, like I don't understand it. I'll call him eventually. And then tonight I went out to eat with Ricky because it was Tuesday. What? No, it was Monday. Was it Monday? I think it was a Monday. Yeah, yeah, I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday because Paisley, Maddie's daughter, stayed at her grandmother's. So we went out to eat Monday to a place I know very, very well called the End Zone. Killer fucking food. So we go to the End Zone and we sit down. Maddie sees that there's a pizza sale or a deal on Mondays. Price of a pizza is cut in half if you order a drink with it. So she orders that, and they order an appetizer combo platter. And I'm looking at Ricky, and I'm like, "Oh boy, Ricky, Portuguese sirloin comes with French fries, rice, two fried eggs on top, red peppers with Portuguese seasonings. Fucking delicious." He goes, "Yeah, that does sound pretty tasty." Motherfucker orders a Texas burger. I order a Portuguese sirloin. And as soon as my plate comes out, it is right fucking mounted in rice and fucking French fries with a nice slabbed fucking medium steak with a fuck ton of red pepper on top, two nice fucking fried eggs right on top. Oh, I'm in heaven. Just by the smell, I'm in heaven. Ricky's like, soggy French fries, because there's a au jus, like the juices from the steak and the seasoning is soaking in, like the fries are absorbing it. And he's like, ugh, that's kind of nasty. I don't like soggy wet fries. I was like, motherfucker, try one. So I give him one that's half soggy. This motherfucker gobbled that fucker up instantly. He's like, that fucking good. I'm like, I know. It's a French fry that soaks in the fucking seasoning. So I give him I'm like, because he's got a burger, he doesn't need his fork. I grab his fork and I scoop up some fucking rice I didn't touch. I'm like, eat that. He's like, that's fucking good. I'm like, I know. And that's the other thing. Comes with 3 pieces of sliced ham that are also cooked with the steak. Oh my god, it's so good. And he likes ham, so I gave him a slice of ham. And I gave him a couple pieces of the steak. He's like, this is fucking delicious. And I was like, I fucking told you, get the Portuguese sirloin. Moron. So he's like, you know what? Thursday we're coming back for it. Okay. So today comes. So we go. We go. We both get a Portuguese sirloin, medium. That motherfucker ate his whole fucking plate clean. I, on the other hand, couldn't because I had something to eat earlier. So I was kind of, eh. Plus, my brain's fried from lack of sleep. So hard for me to eat, especially when like my brain's more focused on sleep than devour. It's not really eat anymore. It's just devour, consume. So I ate about 3/4 of mine. I ate all the eggs and the ham and 3/4 of the steak and the majority of the rice and about half the fries this time round. I ate the majority of my food last time too. And so we leave. We didn't stay for dessert. We had cheesecake last time. It was okay. I'm not a big fan of cheesecake. Kind of gets overpowering after a while. Huh. So we go back to his place. First, we go grocery shopping. Then we go back to his place. Motherfucker wants me to stay there again because that's where I've been stuck. That's where I've been held prisoner. I'm not. I'm not staying there through like my own like gratification. It's not like I'm like, oh, I really want to stay here for 2.5 weeks. It's like it's more Ricky's like, no, you ain't going anywhere, motherfucker. You staying. And he literally says, like, you're a prisoner. Your ass ain't moving. And it's like, fuck off. So the whole time, he's sitting playing Farming Simulator 2017, plowing like harvesting sugarcane. The entire time, I'm like, Ricky, when am I going home? I want to go home. And he's like, your home's here, man. I'm like, no, I'm paying rent for a place that I haven't been to for the majority of the fucking month. I want to go home. I want to save, like, I'm paying money for it. I want to savor it. I want to get my money's worth. And then I was mentioning that I need to buy a new phone case. And Maddie buys me a fucking new phone case and orders it and says, it'll be here Saturday. So now I'm going to have to go there Saturday and spend the day Saturday, sleep over Saturday, because me and Ricky go out for breakfast Sundays. So I'm going to have to stay Sunday. And then I'm probably going to stay Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Monday. Like, it's a vicious cycle. But I got the motherfuckers. I got them this time. Oh, I got them this time because I'm gonna be going to work next week. Uh, uh, can't stay can't stay in a prison if you can't fucking stay there because you're gonna be working. Gotcha, gotcha, Ricky, gotcha. So I'm gonna be working because Josh called me. Uh, Tuesday? No, last week. I think it was. God, it's been so fucking long. Like I think it was last week. He called me, and he's got. I got to change his ringtone too. I'm actually gonna change it to. Fuck. I hate the fucking name of the goddamn song. Hang on. I'll check. I'll look it up on the good old YouTubes on my phone because I'm fucking lazy and I want to sit back up. Uh, where are you? Cruel Angel's Thesis. I'm going to change it to the Evangelion theme song because not only does he look like a pudgier Markiplier, he also wears glasses. And for some reason, with his haircut and beard, he kind of reminds me of Gendo, Shinji's father. So and it's good. I just like the song. Cruel Angel's Thesis is also another really good anime theme song. So that'll pop up because it's better than the Long Long Man. Like that's run its course. Before it was Guile's theme. So that'll be his new ringtone. I hope he likes it. I don't even think Josh has ever watched Evangelion. He might have. I'm gonna have to ask him. That's probably gonna be the first morning question when I get back to work. Who's your waifu? Ray or Asuka? Or Masato? I totally would fuck Masato. I don't care. My brain's fried. Take me to the loony bin. Nope. Got a notification from Discord about video games. Ugh. Also, I cannot wait for Game of Thrones to come out soon. Oh yeah, Masquerade's getting a second sequel, or for a sequel finally. So all right, ugh, I'll sit up. Fuck it. Ugh. God, I could still taste that fucking steak with the burps. Mm. God, I wish I could have that meal every other day, maybe twice a week. Yeah, twice. twice a week. That'd be great. And the fucking best thing about it, it's cheap. For the size steak you get with the amount of food you get, it's like I think it's like 16, 17 bucks. Whew, great price. I remember talking to friends about that, about how I'm in like the best fucking locale for food because you get fucking massive portions of food for cheap. Pays to be in a poor city sometimes. All right, let me poke this out because I've already smoked 4 fucking cigarettes, and I've only been on for like an hour. That's bad. I'll have to ask Ricky to buy me a pack because that's something he does. He rations me. He's the one that gets me rations for food. So as prisoner, I get a pack of cigarettes every few days when I'm running low. Why I don't know. Uh oh God. I guess I should talk about the big fucking elephant in the room. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna touch that fucking. Get the fuck out of here, elephant. Shoo. Not even gonna talk about it. Just know that I'm depressed. I have a malaise. Yes. Yes, I do. Tired. I'm tired. I want to go home, even though I'm home. I also want to know why why views are so weird. Let's check. I'm gonna check to see if anything's gotten bigger. I gotta check that Warhammer video. It's been a while. Oh boy, I've hit over 1,600. That's beating out videos I posted in 2011 and 2014. God, that's insane. Then I got, yep, those two. I got that Ramblings of an Insane Man, volume 31B. I still want to know why that one is at like 363 views. Because, like, it's got a Final Fantasy playthrough going through. On top of that, I'm showing off airsoft equipment that I bought and have. Like, that's a weird one. And then 34. So, like a week later, well, technically 11 days later. Oh God, there's comments. Where are the comments? Fuck it, I'll just go to the actual video. Uh, I got 1 thumbs down, no comments on it, even though it says I have a comment. No, no, sorry. Okay. I mislooked at it. Comments are above. And then my Let's Play challenge, King of Dragons Part 1 and 2, and well, Part 5, which is the last episode, has 134 views. And then the other two have 51 for Part 1, 56 for Part 2. And then all the other ones are like my Metal Slug test one, where I like completely decimate. Man, I can't wait till I play Metal Slug X again. But like, I played that, the first level of that, and I fucking completely decimated it. And I remember Lundy freaking his like losing his shit at like how fast and how effective I like cleared the board on that. That was like 30. That's at 37 views, and then uh, I think it's 62 51. Yeah, so part 62, that's at 33. Part 51, 35. Part 10 has 37 views. 32 has 37. 61 has 38. Part 1 has 40 views. I think it's 62. No, it's 41. God damn it. Fucking Roman numerals. Uh no, 41. Okay. Okay. I'm a jackass. 62 is at 41. What was supposed to be 62 is actually 42. Okay. And then part 38 has 45 views. Like, it's weird. Like, my Arc the Lad part 4 has 31 views. Such a weird. So weird. I'm gonna have to redo all of Arc the Lad too, by the way. That way I can actually have like a really good feed. Uh Fuck, man. Yeah, most of my, like, that's the weirdest thing. Like, a lot of my fucking shit is at least in the double digits, like 20s. I got a lot of 20s and 22s, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's not that bad for me technically. Like, I think I only have like 120. No, 147 subscribers. Wait, what? I have 100. I have 147 subscribers. I thought I was at 129 last time I checked. Let's check the analytics. I gotta see this shit. I gotta see my fucking growth. So in the last 28 days, I've gained a subscriber. Uh, wait. We go back long time. So not about data in this report. Subscribers gained, lost subscribers, subscription source experienced an error between October 2nd and October 3rd. Data during this time period may not be accurate. Excuse me. Okay, so from March 20th to from last year to this year, I gained 11 subscribers, gained 4, and lost 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's weird. Those spikes make no fucking sense. Yeah, like I don't know how. I don't. I just don't. Like, last time I remember, I was at 129 subscribers last time I looked. So I've got almost 20 new subscribers. This is weird, but thank you. Because I was just gonna say, like, 20 views with 129 subscribers. Eh, I don't give a fuck. Because that means like at least diehard fans are watching that actually like still look like and go, oh hey, Darth's actually uploading shit, and then they'll watch it just enough to actually like register a view, and then like I've got 188 views in the last 28 days and 828 minutes of view time, which I think is a okay. I don't care. I wish I could figure out who my subscribers are so I could like literally comment on their fucking page and be like, "Hey, thanks for the ad." But I don't give a fuck. Uh, Pie chart. Ooh, let me see my demographic. I want more metrics. Uh, YouTube watch page. Watch page. So would that mean it's the? Hang on, let me go to the actual front page. Also, ugh, why do you have to say yo? So it's not recommended. That's continue watching latest YouTube post from subscriptions recently uploaded. Those are the also watches. Those are watch laters. Gaming for you. Yeah, so what's the watch page? Is that the front page of YouTube? Am I literally getting popped up? Is that it? Like, is it popping up on the front page of YouTube? If so, awesome. A uh geography. Let's look at geography. Apparently 100% other. Um, let's stretch this back. We got someone from Ireland, and I think I know who it is. Then we got United Kingdom, Dominican Republic. Ooh, fancy. Who the fuck from the Dominican Republic would be watching me? I have no idea. But I want to see, like, that's the other thing. Only four available. No. I want to know, like, demographics. Why can't I see demographics? I want to know, like, okay, demographics. Loading. Found it. 25 to 34-year-old men in since June 30th, 2018 to March 20th, 2019. And then the whole October 2nd to 3rd bullshit. Let me go all the way to the start of when I started doing fucking the podcast. So so it since June 30th, 2018, it was like 100% 25 to 34-year-old men in its entirety, which is 48,850 minutes of watch time and 6,531 views. Thank you, everyone. 77% male, 24% female, age demographic, 25 to 34-year-olds. I'm a classy motherfucker then. Like, fuck the 18 to 24-year-old demographic and fuck the 13 to 17-year-old and the old timers like myself. What do you mean you resent that remark? Bullshit. Panties aren't going to be flying. Ain't no panties flying anywhere except mine. Shit. I told him. What do I do? They are not. Trust me. Let me fucking chug like the last of my tea. And then back to lemonade. No, not all of the panties. Farm's closed. Ain't no panties getting flung at me. Oh my god. Oh, because manly men drink tea. Of course they do. Like you normal. Oh god, what's the name for an incel? It's not Chad. Chad, like only Chads drink drink tea. Chads drink tea. Whatever fucking the other term is for an incel. They drink coffee and smoke cigars. Like Chads drink tea with their cigarettes in the morning, don't you know? Like whole like that's something I've wanted to be do. That's something I've been wanting to do. Like my depression and just like fucking my just arrogance and hatred towards incels after being enlightened about them to a full extent to the point that I actually understand what the fucking incel is. Like it has made me want to go on our incel and just rage. Like, oh, you're involuntarily celibate, huh? Sounds like you can't get a woman. And I already know they're gonna be like, Chad, he's a Chad. And I'd be like, yep. So what? You want to know a secret on how to get laid? How about this? It's real simple. One, don't look fucking like a neckbeard. First and foremost. Secondly, don't think about sex. Next, don't demand for sex and feel like you're entitled to sex. That's a big turnoff. And just act like a normal fucking human being to the opposite sex. You might get farther than you've ever been. You might be able to touch that boob. Oh well, what would you know about it? I don't know. Like I've been in a foursome. I've been in multiple relationships. I've slept with multiple people. Just, yeah, it happens. Oh well, that's just because you're a Chad. No, like Goblin Slayer. I am completely fucking inept when it comes to the opposite sex. I literally just fall into these situations. Like there's a great meme that literally like speaks to me. When are we going to hear the foursome story? I I already I don't remember if I talked about the foursome story. Like me and I'll talk about it in a second. But like there's a meme of like this Japanese kid that's totally like like I hate being like referencing Evangelion again, but the kid totally reminds me of Shinji. And then there's this other he's a Japanese student, and then you have this Japanese schoolgirl, and she's like standing doing a split with her left leg resting on the wall over this dude's right shoulder. And then there's a caption that says, "Me." Actually, hang on. I might have it on my phone. I might have it on my phone because I can't remember the full caption, but it's like woman conveying that she's into me, and it's like, yep, that's that's me. God damn it, God, and I gotta scroll through all my memes, all the memes, too many memes. Uh, nope, not that one. Come on, nope, nope, nope. Keep going. Oh yeah, then there's that bullshit. Well, that's me. I am completely oblivious when people fucking talk about like when a chick's fucking into me. Like my friends will be like, "She's into you." No, God, who would want to fuck a goblin? And they're like, "You're a cute goblin," and it's like, who are you? Who put you up to this? God, I have so many fucking memes. I can't. Was it that long ago that I fucking got it? Nope, not that one. Though I do like that fucking Australian one. It's a picture of Samwise fighting Shelob, and it's like Australian schoolboy going to school, colorized like 1887. No, no. That was a fucked up but good meme, but no, not that one. Where are you? God damn, I can't find it in my fucking phone. Fuck it. I can't find it. I'm pissed. Oh well. I do live under a bridge. I do. But like, I don't know. It's just incels make no sense to me. They don't, because it's like I'm fucking oblivious, and yet I get women. It's like it's happened with exes. It happened with the fucking foursome. I'm gonna be kidnapped Saturday. I was kidnapped today, but I was able to bargain for a plea deal. But like that's the other thing. Like I look like a creep. You don't know how. Like that's another thing. There's been so many times I've talked to women, really hot women from like my grade or like my like an under like a chick. Yeah, Michelle's like a year or two younger than me, and she was like, "You're really hot." And I would have totally slept with you and dated you back in the day, but I was shy and scared. And I was like, "Why were you shy or scared?" And she's like, "Well, you totally look like a school shooter. And I thought you might do it one day, so I kind of like didn't say anything." And it's like, "Thanks for telling me this 5 years later when he like, after the fact." And when I brought up the fact like, "Well, do you want to? Do you wanna try Nah, it's fine. Like, I got over my crush." It's like, "Thank you. Thank you for crushing my hopes and dreams of getting to touch that boob." How am I intimidating? That's another thing I don't understand. Fucking I mean, sure, the townsfolk scream and light torches and chase me back off under to my bridge, but, like, anything else? I live by the mantra, and I saw there's another meme. I will not trust someone if a dog won't trust them. And yet every time I've seen a dog, they immediately cling to my side. Like Ricky's dogs fucking love me. But I why do I have resting bitch face? Why? Like you're if anything, you're proving my point that panties shall not fly, Jen, in that situation. You're ruining your own argument. You'd be surprised. Like the majority of last year, I spent laughing because I was just like, "Fuck it, self-destructive mode, activate." No, no, they wouldn't. Like a compliment I got a couple months back when bringing up the old Ted Bundy fucking Netflix series again, like I mentioned earlier. Like one of my friends, Taylor, hits me up on Facebook and goes, "You know what? You kind of look like Ted Bundy." And I even told her, "How the fuck am I supposed to take that? Like, how am I supposed to respond to that? Because if I say no and get defensive about it, you're gonna get like upset because you're gonna think that I'm pissed off at you. And if I go, thank you, then that means yes, I feel I accept your compliment. I do look like a prolific serial killer that used to kill and murder women. Thank you. I do look like a charming sociopath. Like I can't. I just can't. How? Resting bitch face does not make you seem unattainable. It makes you avoidable. Like, fuck that bitch. She looks like she's gonna fucking bite my fucking head off if I was like, excuse me, miss, you dropped your purse. Fuck that bitch. I ain't talking to her. No, no, it doesn't. It does not make me like resting bitch face does not make me seem unattainable. You want to know why I look like Squidward when he's like, "Look at this face"? It's because I have I have seen shit. I've seen things you people couldn't possibly imagine. No, I'm not. That's how is that how is that a compliment? How how is that a compliment? How can I take "You have resting bitch face" as a compliment? How? That's not a resting bitch face is not a compliment, Jen. Moving on, moving on, because you're trolling. I don't understand why incels are like they are. I don't. I just can't. Like I can honestly see them calling bullshit on me. Like as soon as I come and go, yeah, I'm an ugly motherfucker who lives under a bridge and I get women. So if I can get women, you can get women. And they'll be like, fuck no, lies, you're lying, you're trolling, you're a faker, you didn't get those women. And I'll be like, yes, I did get those women. I still talk to a few of these women. All the women I've been with are incredibly fucking hot for my fucking tastes and other people's tastes. Like, yes, you can get women. It's very simple to get women. Just be a fucking idiot. Just be an absent-minded idiot. You'll fall right into it. You'll fall head over heels. You like it's like they live. Like you need to put the sunglasses on, and then you'll start you'll just trip over a gaggle of women. It's the truth. Like I'll go through a phase where it's just like, yeah, I did last year. Like fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Minding my own fucking business, doing my own thing. Whoops, I tripped over a fucking hot blonde. Oh, hot blonde's interested in me. All right, I'll talk to her. Oh, hot blonde really wants me. All right. Oh, hot blonde's kind of a thought. Yeah. Well, at least I had some fun. Or the foursome. How that fucking happened, I still don't know. And now I shall tell you the story of what happened. Because Jen wants to know. Because I may have told the story, but I don't think I told the story. I don't know. So Ricky knows the story because Ricky was a part of it. Technically, he wasn't in the foursome. So me and Ricky, when we were working together in 2017, he started in June, and we were working throughout the season. He was dating my cousin Jade at the time. She's the thought. And we went to the Apple Peach Festival. And this is around the time I was talking to my ex. So yeah, and it was September. I think it was September. I think it's September or October. Around one of those months is when the Apple Peach Festival takes place. Might even be November. Can't remember. My brain's a little fried. So we decide to go. Uh, Jade didn't go because she's a cunt. Fuck that bitch. And so me and Ricky go. We're hanging out, shooting the shit, minding our own business. My friend Jess, who I've had a major crush on since fucking middle school, had recently added me on Facebook and was actually talking. And she's like, "Oh my god, the Apple Peach Festival's back in town. I haven't been there in so many years. She's got a baby daddy, and she has a kid with him named Arya, and she was a year old at the time. I'm really thinking of bringing her over." And I'm like, "Well, I'm at the Apple Peach Festival." She's like, "Oh my god, you are? Well, let's hang out." I'm like, "Okay." And so me and Ricky are like the place is really small. What's that ellipses for? What is the ellipses for? Ah, what's the ellipses for? You want to hear the story, and then you give me an ellipses. I ain't talking till I get that answer. And I put the latency down to, I believe, 0, so I'm getting real time responses from you. You put an ellipses. What's those 3 dots for? Yeah, really should have rinsed that glass out before I put lemonade into it because I was drinking Coke, Jack and Coke. Oh, okay. It's about the baby daddy. Anyways, I'm not thinking of anything. I'm not like, "Oh, I'm gonna touch that boob." Like, I'm not thinking any of that. I'm just thinking, "Oh," like, I'm acting like my normal self. I'm shooting the shit. I'm laughing. Me and Ricky are having drinks. We went to get some fucking a fried clam plate. Pretty much. I'll get into that. I'll answer that question after the story. So I'm acting like my normal self. I'm having a good time. I'm minding my own business. But in the back of my head is the real me. And the real me is like panicking, like when SpongeBob threw out his name. I'm like, oh God, real hot chicks coming over to talk and hang out must not be a fucking moron. Like, what do? How do? Why do? I'm just in the back of my head, I'm like, just play it cool. She's just gonna hang out. We're all gonna talk. We're gonna listen to the fucking live band playing. Walk around the fucking like all of 12 stalls that are selling like seashells and leather bracelets and fucking food because there's no rides. Gonna be quick and easy and painless, like ripping off a band-aid. Come to find out, she went through the whole place, didn't see us, we didn't see her until she noticed me, like 5 minutes before she left. And so she's got the baby in the stroller, baby daddy's sitting there awkwardly eyeing me up. Jess comes over, she's like, "Hey, it's been so long. You look great." Hugs me. I'm not a hugger. Just saying that now. I awkwardly hug. And it's like, I'm hugging you. Human interaction .exe failed 404. And so she shoots the shit with us for like all of 5 minutes, and then her baby daddy slash boyfriend's like, time to go. She goes, "Oh, it was great seeing you again. You guys have a nice time now." And so me and Ricky were like, "All right, time to go." And so Ricky was like, "Well, who was that?" Asking me questions about her. I tell him, like, "Yeah, I've had a major crush on her for years. She's fucking hot. We both agree that she's hot." get some ice cream from the ice cream shack that's like 20 yards away from the festival, and then we hop in his truck and leave. Couple weeks go by. Jess hits me up. So she's hitting me up. She's hitting me up, and we're talking. And this is my drunkard phase. And she hits me up on Facebook. We're talking all night. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm drinking as usual." She's like, "Oh, I'm drinking too." I'm like, "Oh, what? What's the occasion?" She goes, "Yeah, just felt like drinking." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Now, I think I may have a problem. I think I may have a tiny problem because I've been on the internet too long. It may just be me. It may just be me. But when a chick asks, I'm just gonna tell this to the guys, to the audience, and women. I want to be inclusive. But when a woman asks you, "Do you have a Snapchat?" at like 1 o'clock in the morning, there's an ulterior motive. I'm just gonna say that now. There's an ulterior motive. I've been around the internet block one too many times to know that mm, Snapchat. I know what that's for. I know what the main purpose of a Snapchat is for. And so this is yes, exactly. So I'm not alone, Jen. So thank you for confirming that I am not in fact that much of a weirdo when I get asked that. And so I had a shitty track phone which did not have Snap, couldn't add Snap. So I told her that. And what proceeded to happen was we were trading pics and flirting heavily. It was getting hot and heavy. And she's like, "How did you know that I wanted to do this?" And I was like, You asked if I had a Snapchat, and I kind of knew, like, that's what you were leading on to." And she's like, "Oh, you, yes." And so cheating ensued. I'll just say that cheating ensued, and then we started hanging out in person because she'd drive over, and I'd say 2 weeks after, like, Ricky left work. He quit working for Donald, so I couldn't talk to Ricky because I hardly go onto my actual Facebook, and so now that you know the buildup, it's time to go into the foursome. So that all took place in November. So I think the festival actually takes place in November. December rolls around. It's like a week before or 2 weeks before my birthday, give or take. It was like the 3rd or the 4th of December. I'm minding my own business. I'm drinking. I just want to be left alone in my hobbit hole like Bilbo fucking Baggins. Jess hits me up. "You want to go to a rave?" And I'm like, "Where?" Now she hits me up. It's like 8 o'clock at night. She's like, "I don't know, Boston. Like there's a pub that's gonna start doing raves, and like they're gonna be playing house music and all kinds of shit. And like my friend, my friend's friend is the DJ, so he can get us in, so we don't have to pay. And like they want girls there, so that it'll like attract more people into the pub. But like I want to bring you. Why, I don't know. Who would know why she wants to bring me to a fucking bar full of liquor while I'm, being an alcoholic, heavily flirting and cheating with her. And so I was like, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Okay. So she comes down from her place. She fucking picks my ass up and she drives me back to her place because baby daddy's working. So it's me, her baby, and then a bunch of her friends. Two of them are coming. One of them's gonna stay behind to babysit the kid. Uh, and in comes the other two contenders. Zelda, yes, that's her first name, Zelda, who is laying on the couch on her back while she's getting bedazzled all over her face, so she looks like a pretty unicorn. And in a fucking very skimpy, uh, very very skimpy, very revealing top and bottom. Literally, basically a fucking very thin white sports bra, and you can see her really nice, perky. Fuck it. I'm just gonna be blunt. She had a really nice set of tits that were pierced, and on top of that, she had a very very revealing fucking white like bikini bottom, but it's not too skimpy. And she had a pair of like short shorts to go over those. Granted, granted, it's fucking December. She's gonna go out like this. Okay, okay. She's gonna wear fucking glow stick like bracelets and fucking necklaces, and she's got like go fur boots on and shit. She looked trashy and slutty. Best I can say. I know people are gonna be like, "Ew, you said slutty, slut shaming." No, like she was simply like the entire time she was talking about how much she wanted to fuck someone when she got there. Like she hoped that there were some hot guys there and that she hoped they were down to fuck. Like she was gonna be a trashy slut and she owned it. And then there was like normal girl Angelica, just dressed for the occasion. Meanwhile, I'm dressed in like a thermal top with a fucking t-shirt, which is my standard go-to for a top in the winter. My leather Connor McLeod-esque jacket, a pair of jeans, and boots. And I wore black jeans, my dress jeans, my good jeans. And Jess was going dressed as a gypsy or belly dancer. So we got two chicks in completely bizarre outfits, and then one dressed like she's going out on a normal everyday like date, and then I'm dressed up for like going out on a date. Okay. And so we go all the way to Boston. We stop at a gas station first because I needed cigarettes and they needed cigarettes. Um, and then we just went to Boston. And so we go down to and and the fucking pub is in the bay, right on the water. So we got a nice like 30, 40 mile per hour wind off the fucking freezing cold wintry waters blowing into the fucking street. And we're like, great, awesome. Hey. And so we walk into this pub, and this pub is as big as my fucking apartment. It's small. It's real fucking small. They've pushed all the tables and shit to the one side just to get enough room to have like 4 or 5 people dancing. And then there's like 20 people at the fucking like at the bar itself sitting and drinking. And then in walks all four of us. Like me and Angelica go in first to find a place to sit, and then in comes fucking trashy Rainbow Dash, and then fucking belly dancer Jess. And we're all sitting there. We're like, well, what are we gonna do? And so Jess grabs some drinks. She asks what I want: Jack and Coke, and a normal Coke. And sat there for probably 20 minutes while the fucking DJ is getting everything all set up. And so They started dancing. Like, I ain't dancing. I'm a white man. White men don't know how to dance. They don't. Like, I even told her on the way to her house, I'm like, You ain't getting me to dance. Like, I don't care how much liquor is in me." Like, she's like, "Oh, come on, please. Please dance." I was like, "There's one thing I'll do at a bar. Sorry, two things I'll do at a bar when I'm fucking hammered. Trivia and karaoke. And I gotta be extremely drunk to do karaoke. Cause I am fucking I have social anxiety like a motherfucker. And two, I just can't keep a tune. I can't sing to save my fucking life. But if I'm drunk as fucking shit and closing time's coming, that means everyone else is drunk as me. And they're not gonna fucking really give two fucks. And they may even fucking sing off tune too. So no, ain't dancing." And she's like, "Please." I was like, "Look up on fucking," and you guys can look it up too. Look up The Crazy World of Arthur Brown Fire live. Because there's one live rendition that he did for for British television where he dances like a goddamn fucking maniac. I was like, I'll dance like that if I get shit faced enough. I'll dance like that. Either you'll get the Carlton, one or the other. Probably how Arthur Brown dances, a fucking maniac. And she starts laughing at the video. She's like, "All right, challenge accepted." She failed that challenge. I didn't get that drunk. And so they're dancing, and for whatever fucking reason, I get up, and there's only 3 seats at the table because they decided let's all sit near the dance floor the closest because there's like a fucking support beam in the middle of the dancing area, and so there's one table. And they're like, "Oh, Nate, huh? You ain't seeing me do the Carlton. I have to be near fucking like alcohol poisoning levels." And so they're like, "Oh, sit over here, sit over here." And I'm like, "Fine." So I sit over there. I'm drinking my drinks, and I'm like, "Well, I'm out of drinks. I'm gonna need more drinks." So I get up, I walk over. I ask for 2 Jack and Cokes and a normal Coke. And as I'm doing this, Jess comes right up behind me, starts grinding her ass and twerking on my ass. And one of the guys starts laughing because I'm kind of shocked, but I'm like, "Dude, I got 3 fucking drinks. Those Jack and Cokes cost me $10 a pop. You damn straight I'm gonna get shocked because I don't want to tip and spill one of these fuckers. That's $10 I could have fucking had." And so she's dancing all around my like fucking twerking and grinding up all on my fucking thighs while I'm trying to walk towards my seat, like again, completely absent-minded. Completely absent-minded. I'm singular, like my mind is focused on one thing. Get back to my seat so I can drink my drinks and get drunk. Because the whole reason I came was to watch hot chicks dance, twerk, and like just move their bodies for my amusement while I drink. That doesn't sound like a bad day. Like in my head, I was like, that's not a bad thing. I'll get to enjoy some fine ass looking ladies dancing and working their asses off on that dance floor. I get to drink and get drunk. Fun night. Fun night for me. And as I get to the table, I notice something. All the chairs are gone, except for one. It's in the middle of the dance floor. And I already know it's my chair. And I already know what's coming up. And I don't want to. Not with all these fuckers around. They're like the dance like half the dudes at the bar are starting to look at fucking slutty, trashy, rainbow sparkle dance, fucking Twilight, whatever. The fucking the glitter unicorn is fucking twerking her ass off, bouncing up and down so you can see everything. The black light's on, so that white top and white bottom are almost nigh invisible in the light. And then Jess has already taken off her first top, And now there's this one seat, and they're all looking, and I'm like, I don't want to. I know what the fuck is gonna happen. And so what does Dorothy Boy do? I pull a Captain James Tiberius Kirk. That's what I did. Fuck this Kobayashi Maru test. I'm gonna find an option to win. So I walk over to one of the other tables and sit down. But no, no, no. Before I can finish half a Jack and Coke, Jess is already grabbing me, Angelica's grabbing me, and Zelda's grabbing me. And they're dragging my ass. Come on, sit on. We left you your chair there. And so I sat there while fucking Jess was fucking belly dancing and grinding all over me, doing a non striptease. And then Zelda, and then Angelica, and then you got half the bar patrons that are actually paying attention, cheering. While I'm sitting there like I'm looking, but I'm drinking because I'm more focused on like, yeah, just pretend that you're noticing all the fucking tits and ass in your face. Yep. Mm. Whiskey goes down so good. Drinky, drinky. And after an hour of that bullshit, they finally go, we're sweating our asses off. It's really hot in here. Let's go outside. And then like 10 minutes outside, they're like, this is fucking cold. Let's go back inside. And so we flip flop like 4 or 5 fucking times. Until Jess turns to me and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot to ask, are you hungry? Because I'm starving. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking starving. She's like, oh my God, that's right. I picked you up right after you only got out of work like a couple hours ago. I'm like, yeah, yeah, because Jess was hitting me up all the time while I was working, so she was like, "Oh, like," so she kind of knew the routine where I was hardly eating. She's like, "All right, well, me and Darth are gonna go looking for food. Hang on, I gotta wipe my nose. For some reason, it's running." So she's like, "We're gonna try and grab some food." Okay, so we decide to walk around Boston at I think it was like 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, sometime around that time. All the fucking places are closed. Like it's closing in on midnight. So we decide to go to another bar. Just me and Jess. Angelica is gonna sit there and babysit Zelda because she's not as drunk as the other two. And Zelda's just gonna dance her ass off and try and like, I don't know, be a fucking peacock and like fan her feathers to attract a mate. And like Jess was like, yeah, whatever. So we go to a bar and it's got food. And so we order 2 pizzas and I offer to pay. And so me and Jess sitting there and we had this cute cliche romantic scene because I I I know, Jen, you like you stole it from a porno story. Like, no, I did not. I did not steal this story from a porno, first and foremost. And I already know you're gonna call bullshit on this part, but I shit ye not, folks. We walk into a bar that has a fucking piano player and they have a singer. Like we're walking into like we just walked into the 19 fucking 30s because they're playing slow jazz renditions of like classic 80s music. And so while me and Jess are waiting for our pizzas and drinking some more booze from this other bar, we have this really sweet, like, no, like I'm not lying. Like I can get confirmation. This is the best. No, I'm not gonna hold the fucking phone. The piano player is in fact playing music, and they had a drummer, and they had a singer, and they had 2 sets of drums. You will explain yourself later. How? How? Hang on, hang on. I'll get the name of this bar. I may have found it already. Let me check. Because I gotta check the windows. It's the windows that fucking make it. Okay. Nope, that's not the one. Okay. It's not D's. Uh, Howl at the Moon. It's Howl at the Moon in Boston. Like we are right on. Like we are stuck in Government Center. So we went to Howling Moon, and as you can see, if you Google it, Jen, if you Google it, you will see that Howling Moon has two pianos. Forgot the other piano. Two pianos and a drum set with mics. And we sat at the bar. And they sell pizza. So we got pizza. How in the hell, with all the shit in the story, is that the unbelievable part? Because pianos exist nowhere else, so no one will believe that. I'm telling you, we went to the fucking 30s or some shit because they were playing slow jazz renditions of like uh Rebel Rebel by fucking Billy Idol. They were playing like they were playing Eurythmic, Sweet Dreams, all that. No, what, Daddy Darth? No, you do not put that. You do not put the big D in front of Darth. Nah, Darth already. Vader, milady. Vader means father. So, anyways, we have this horrible, horrible, cliched, like 80s esque John Hughes like moment where both me and her are talking, and we have this really nice connection. Like we both start talking about things because she's worried because oh you hardly leave your house and you're always working and you're always exhausted and I don't know, like I hope I'm not embarrassing you in front of the others, like don't worry about Zelda or or Angelica think, like, and I'm telling her like I am having a good time, it's just I don't dance. That's it. Like if I go to a bar, I'm going to a bar specifically for the booze and to socialize. Like I'm socializing. I'm out. Like I could have said no at any point. And then she took a selfie with me, which I still have. So if you don't believe me, Jen, I can send you that picture as confirmation that we both were in fact at this bar, Hell at the Moon. And so we got our pizzas. We ate half the pizza there, and then we walked back with the pizzas. And then Zelda was completely fucking exhausted and she was flirting with like three dudes outside smoking a cigarette. She saw pizza. She went back in. We sat down, ate pizza. Okay. And then what happened after that is we ate the pizza and my brother called because he had just gotten out of prison and he wanted to know where the fuck I was because he couldn't hear me because I was inside listening to fucking the rave music. And so I walked outside and I'm arguing with him because he's pissing and moaning, like, oh, what the fuck you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Like, pump the brakes, put the fucking bitch in park. I'm at a rave in Boston, in Government Center, right on the fucking bay, with a couple of friends. Well, who are your friends? And so Jess gets impatient. She comes out. And my brother can confirm this part of the story to you, too. So she grabs the phone out of my fucking hand and she starts talking to him. And she starts fucking like throwing out some euphemisms. Like I'm the big brother and that, oh, don't worry, we'll be taking care of him. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm not going to hear the fucking end of it with my fucking brother because my brother's a loud fucking mouth fucking braggart. You're going to fucking like, because this whole time Jess wants to keep everything hush hush. She doesn't want anybody knowing about me and her because baby daddy and her are still a thing. She just wants a side piece. But no, no. She gonna fucking she drunk. She got some liquid courage in her. She's letting loose, and so she hangs up on him. And I'm like, great. God, we go back in, and the fucking music that's playing is a remix, a rave slash dubstep remix of the Pokemon theme song. Like, as soon as I open that fucking like, thankfully, the fucking pub is pretty soundproof. You can hardly hear a fucking thing coming out of it. But as soon as I open that door, just as I flick my cigarette, I just hear to the like to an ear-shattering level, "I wanna be the very best." And I'm like, "Oh god." And as soon as I turn around that corner, there's Jess, Angelica, and Zelda fucking going insane over the fucking Pokemon theme. And there's that chair again. And what's the fucking DJ doing? Because he's taking a break and he's having his fucking like coworker or fucking co-DJ doing. Oh, he's pouring peppermint schnapps into like plastic shot cups. And he hands two to Angelica, to Jess, and to Zelda. And then he hands me two. And he points down to the chair because apparently Zelda and Jess and Angelica had the wonderful idea of, hey, everybody was watching our friend practically get lap danced right on the floor. Let's give him a fucking like, and then Jess has to tell him what like me and her were talking about on top of what my brother and her were talking about. Yeah, let's get him fucking shit faced drunk on peppermint schnapps. Because, it doesn't taste like fucking Listerine mouthwash. And so all of them, like all three of them, drag me over. Again, an unwelcomed harem anime. I'm trapped in one. And they fucking sit me down, and they start telling me to drink. So I take my two, and I'm not talking like these ain't like shots. These are like fucking full like little white solo like clear solo cups worth of fucking Listerine mouthwash. So I chug the first two. And then Jess hands me two. And she moves my hands out of the way. And she starts grinding up and giving me a lap dance. And then fucking she tells me to drink them. So I drink them. And then Zelda comes over. She hands me two. And so I get a fucking double fist two more of them while she's grinding up on me. And then Angela, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Huh. I just fucking guzzled down 8 full, like 8-ounce cups of mouthwash. And then it hit me like a fucking brick shit house. Now I drunk. I I badly drunk. Like, I don't feel good drunk. I hardly get that. And then it's time to leave. Cuz I kind of like my memory's not too good for the rest of the time being in the fucking rave. I thankfully didn't do the Carlton, and I thankfully didn't dance. I just sat there in the chair for about 15 more minutes just watching the lights and looking at these three attractive women dancing around me. Like I was the sacrificial lamb in a witch coven, and they're all dancing like in Suspiria. And then it's time to go home, and we're all listening to "I'm Blue" all the way home. And then I started requesting songs. First song was "Night Call" by Kavinsky, and then "Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger," and then most of it was just fucking Daft Punk. Because I was in the, yeah, Daft Punk. I'm really drunk. And then we had to pull over because me and Jess were getting hot and heavy in the front seat. So we had to fucking have the least drunk person drive. And then Zelda's upset because she's not getting attention. Because apparently, like, she couldn't get any of the guys with her mating ritual. So it started going into a who's this and who's that in this dark fucking seat. Oh, this is okay, that's Zelda. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Jess. I'm sorry, Angelica. And then we drove to her place and the baby was asleep. Her friend was passed out. And then Jess, Zelda, and Angelica wake her ass up and tell her, "Where's baby daddy?" Baby daddy's putting down another shift because reasons, because he was more interested in working than coming home. And so they're like, "Beat it." And then they all dragged me into the darkened bedroom. And that's how the foursome happened. And then I woke up at like fucking I think it was 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was told like, "Hurry up, put your pants on," and then I had to be hastily driven home before baby daddy came off a shift. And that's what happened. That was that was the whole evening in a nutshell. And then a few days, like a week or so later, she like Jess I think it was a couple days later, Jess drove all the way from like 3 towns north to bring me McDonald's because Josh and Sean, while we were working on Cash's roof, didn't believe me that any of this happened. They're like, "Fuck you! You didn't hit that. You didn't get laid." I'm like, "I'm fucking telling you, it happened." And I fucking hate when I tell the truth and no one fucking believes me. And they're like, "Prove it." I was like, "Fine then." And I was like, "Hey, Jess." And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm hungry for McDonald's and I'm stuck on a roofing. Can you come down? Like, I mean, it's a 35-minute drive from your place, but can you get me McDonald's?" "Yeah, okay." And she drove all the way down, got me McDonald's, and I bought fucking Sean and Josh McDonald's. And she fucking hand delivered it. And she waved and said hello. And then she fucking bluntly was like, "Yeah, like we fucked each other's brains out along with my friend Zelda and Jellica's." And Josh completely like shut down, so much so that he paid me $20 for the meal, even though like all three of our meals cost like a grand total of like $30. He's like, "Yeah, that's for my artisan buttermilk chicken sandwich." I'm like, "Josh, I told you I was gonna buy you lunch." "No, just take it." I'm like, "Oh, so you do believe me now?" "Oh. Oh, I see." And then after that, she took me to go see The Last Jedi, paid for that and all, even though I told her I'd pay for it. She's like, "No, it's an early birthday gift." And then we were gonna have another foursome on my birthday, but then Zelda got too drunk and vomited all over my pants. And I got horribly shit faced. And she got horribly shit faced. And baby daddy came home that night. And so and no, I'm sorry, baby daddy didn't come home that night because she not only was I shirtless in the car, in the passenger seat, the front passenger seat, holding on to a bowl for dear life because they had me fucking drink Hennessy and fucking Jameson because I drank all my J&B. But not only did I explicitly tell them no Dr. Pepper chaser, I wanted Coke for my Jack and Cokes. No, they poured Dr. fucking Pepper, like the nastiest of all sodas. So, like, Dr. Pepper, for whatever reason, makes me horribly like, violently sick. I can't stand it. But I was already drunk. Like, I drank all the like, the 2 liter of Coke they had gotten me, and they didn't tell me because I was drunk. And they're like, he's drunk now. He won't tell." No, I can tell because I was like, I'm gonna be like, as soon as Zelda vomited on my fucking lap, trying to be all sexy and do shit to me for my birthday. Like, not only did it make me fucking like the smell of vomit make me want to vomit, but I was like, ugh. And I was like, nope. Patiently, like, forced myself not to vomit anywhere. Walked into the bathroom, started vomiting. baby daddy called, and not only did I have vomit on my pants, I had it on my shirt. So now I'm fucking in a pair of fucking his shorts, and one of his shirts, vomiting into a fucking like mixing bowl, and Jess is fucking hammered. Not only that, but the entire time while he's sitting in the middle of the back seat, she's driving me home, rubbing my back sensually, going, "I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry that like Zelda did that to you. Oh, I'm sorry that like I ruined your birthday." And I'm like, "It's okay. Like maybe next time. Like just no more Hennessy and fucking Jameson, please." And like he connected the dots right then and there with the way she was acting, the way I was acting. And so my vomit covered clothes were in a fucking Shaw's bag or Stop and Shop bag. I dropped them into the fucking bedroom. My brother was crashing there at the time, and I just rolled into bed and I just passed the fuck out. And the next morning, my brother's like slapping me awake, like, "The fuck is that smell?" I'm like, "Oh, vomit covered clothes. Zelda's vomits on my clothes. I gotta wash them." And like, baby daddy found out, and so I I hardly talked to Jess after that. That's my luck. I'll be right back. Okay, had to put the water on. Give me a second. Okay, let me put my headset back on. Ah, there we go. Also, another thing I remember about that night, my birthday, we never got pizza. Like Jess was like, What do you want to eat?" I'm like, "Let's have pizza again. Fuck it." She ordered pizza and the pizza never came. And that's why most of us started vomiting, because we were like, fuck it. We're kind of tipsy. Fuck having food in our stomachs. Like, I mean, I can handle just straight drinking without food, but it's just that Dr. Pepper and vomit. Ugh. So yeah, we never got pizza. And I was craving bacon pizza that night. Never got it. Plus, me and Jess were having another heart to heart before Angelica and fucking Zelda came over, which was talking about like, why didn't it work out? Like, why didn't we hook up? Because she'd always had an interest in me, and I'd always had an interest in her, but like, it just never worked out for some reason. Fuck if I know. Like, that's my luck. That's my luck. So there you go, Jen. I've explained the story to you. The crazy world of Darth Vader. insane man, the man who lives under a bridge, instead of the man who sold the world. Let's see. Checking to see if there's anything on Instagram. Nothing interesting. Except for Marilyn Monroe. Fucking ads. So yeah, any other questions? Because nobody would. Like, who's going to believe that you walked in, like, in this day and age, you're going to walk into a bar with a fucking guy playing piano with a fucking chick singing fucking Rebel Rebel in smooth jazz? Because, God forbid everything else I just told you was ripped out of a fucking porno. Supposedly. A Pugosaurus Rex. Must see. Sorry. Not around these parts. Aw, what a cute Pugosaurus Rex. You're not terrifying to me, little bug. Aw, look at those little paws. He's so little. He's so adorable. Uh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta look at this fundraiser. Oh, okay. Never mind. Thought it was something completely fucking different. Okay. I am cleared on Twitter. Woo. All right. What else? What else would you like to know, Jen? Because I don't know what else to fucking ramble about. Like, I don't want to talk about the depressing shit. I don't. Ugh. Like, there's fucking, I think there's like 60 or 70 parts for all of 2017 to like 2018 before I did the new fucking season. Any questions? Also, that's something I can bring up. Title of the day is for childcare. Building better kids, one punch at a time. Childcare and training at a dojo. Because that's what you want your slogan to be for a fucking martial arts class. Building better kids, one punch at a time. Basically implying child abuse. Lovely. I know for a day I know for a fucking fact that you have questions. You always have questions. God forbid you asked me, What foursome story? Did you take this from a porno? Those are questions. Also, I didn't respond to this. Band of hoes, you say? Band of hoes? The only one would be Zelda. That's very mean of you to say about the others. Fuck Zelda. Yeah. Like Zelda's got one. Like Jess doesn't like Zelda anymore. She'll beat the shit out of her if she sees her next time because of what she did with Baby Daddy. Because when Baby Daddy found out, she had she had leggings on. Jess had leggings on for the majority of the night, and she had a pair of short shorts for when it got too hot. And she had a like sports bra top that had like copper or brass scales like that she put on top of it so that it jingled when she danced and shimmered the light, and then she had like a brass scale like belly dancer skirt to go over her short shorts, and she had a pair of chucks on or some kind of fucking like low like high top sneakers, and then she yeah, that's then she had like a ponytail on like when she started really dancing, and then Angelica dressed like a normal date, like she was going out on a normal date. That's it. And I was dressed like I normally do, a bum. Fucking worn like black jeans, fucking boots. I think I had my Ramones shirt on that's all ripped up because reasons, and then my fucking like 19. Christ, my father got it when he was 18, so 1981. Yeah, 1981 jacket. It's raining. I'm enjoying it. When the fuck is that water going to be done boiling so I can make a fucking cup of tea? God damn it. I'm thirsty. Want another cigarette. I have my window open so that the smoke gets out of here because I'm not supposed to smoke in the apartment. Also, I want to listen to Inner Universe now. God damn it. That song's been stuck in my head for a day and a half. Before that was Mode Rat's fucking uh the Mode Rat soundtrack to Annihilation. That's a really good movie too if you haven't watched it. For anybody listening, watch it. Watch it now. If you can. Like for some reason it's not on Netflix anymore. So if you have to, buy the DVD. Really nice science fiction movie with a little bit of horror in it. Eldritch horror. Uh Let me think of something to talk about while I go get my water and check on it. I remember. I remember what I want to talk about. That fucking Lord of the Rings Amazon fucking series. Oh, oh, I forgot all about that motherfucking thing. They want to do a second age series set in Numenor before the fall. Here's the thing though, you gotta cover the first age. You cannot do Numenor without explaining all the background to it. You can do Lord of the Rings. You can't because Tolkien wrote most of that with hints, hints and references to before that to show that there was a larger like a larger history and mythos, but it wasn't integral. With Numenor, it's integral to be tied to the first stage. You have to explain what the Edain are, which are the three houses of men that fought alongside the Valar and the Noldor against Morgoth. And then you have to explain why their lifespan is so expanded, why they can't sail west. Then you have to explain how they got there. You need to explain the the War of Wrath, which is basically the war when the Valar came to Middle Earth, or before then it was known as Beleriand. You need to explain that war. You need to explain the Silmarils. You need to explain who the fuck Erendil is. Then you have to explain who Elros is. And then what the fuck are you gonna do? What suspense is there? The only suspense that I could possibly see them doing is when Sauron was brought to Numenor. But to explain that, you need to show the militaristic might of Numenor, how fucking technologically advanced they were compared to mainland Middle Earth. You need to explain their expansions into Middle Earth to when they actually met Sauron. The fact that he did declared war on them and that they just literally marched into Middle Earth with a full force of army, and he was like, "Oh, I surrender," but not really. I'm going to come here and be like Grima Wormtongue. And then even then, that suspense is kind of meh because all he does, and like it's not over like the course of a few years or a decade or so. This is over the course of like a century, if I remember correctly. Like it's many, many years of him like corrupting like the majority of the Numenorians. Like you have the faithful, which is Elendil and his sons. And then you have to explain the fucking tree, like like the white tree of Numenor, which grows in Gondor, which is the seed that Isildur takes with him when he sails eastwards to Middle Earth before Akalabeth, which is the fall of Numenor. Like, then you have to deal with Ar-Pharazôn, which is the fucking assholish king of Numenor at the time of the fall, who like becomes fully corrupted to Sauron and gets tricked into sailing the largest like army ever amassed in Middle Earth to sail westwards past Tol Eressëa, which is the Lonely Isle, which is where some elves live, but then sailing further west to that, and then being the only mortals to set foot on like Valinor, besides like Erendil and his wife. But like that's the thing, like it's all vague and summarized. Like you can't really like it's not a story that you can really detail. It's more like a historical event. Like what happened, like this is what happens to the Numenorians. Like they get greedy because they're men. Like they don't have immortality, they just have an expanded life. They live on a fucking star-shaped island that's like idyllic. like they're the superpower in Middle Earth. And then Sauron's like, hey, the gods in Valinor, they know the secrets to immortality, and they just don't want to give it to you for some reason. But if you invade, you can steal that technique from them. You can steal that knowledge. And so they do, and then as soon as the whole army like steps foot on the shore, like Manwë, the king of the Valar, goes, "Yeah, rocks fall, everyone dies," and that's it. And Sauron flees. Like that's it. That's all that happens. Like they collapse a mountain on top of all the men, like the whole Numenorian army, and they're trapped alive under there until the end of time. Like when the Battle of Battles happens, it's probably one of the most horrifying fucking fates to be trapped there underneath a mountain, crushed, conscious for thousands of years, eons possibly. But like Sauron goes back to Numenor and he's like, ha ha ha, I've tricked them into human sacrifices and being evil. And then like Manwë and the Val are like, fuck Numenor, and then they sink it, and Sauron's like, my hubris, and he gets sunk too. Like his beautiful form gets destroyed because he didn't think to fucking flee Numenor, which is why he looks like an evil fucking monstrous figure in the rest of like the stories. And then his body like turns to mist because he's an angel technically, and then he turns into a wisp and floats back to Mordor and turns into his fucking monstrous form. And then the faithful form Gondor and Arnor. Isildur and his brother form Gondor, and their father Elendil forms Arnor. And there's peace for a time. And then fucking Sauron's being a prick again, because that's what he does. And then they start fucking fighting him, and that leads to the last alliance. Ta-da! Like, like if anything, what they should do is not fucking do it. Don't. I don't care if the Tolkien estate actually said yes to this. I doubt they did. You don't know how many times Christopher Tolkien has literally said no more. They butchered the Lord of the Rings and they fucking raped the Hobbit. No, no more. You're not going to touch the Silmarillion. You're not going to touch any of my father's works. No, no. And I don't blame him, except for Lord of the Rings. I disagree with him on Lord of the Rings. Like, you have over 1,000 pages to fucking cover in movie form. There's going to be a lot of, like, sure, the elves going to Helm's Deep. Yeah, I can understand. Like, yeah, that didn't happen in the book. Uh, yeah, like the Army of the Dead going to to Minas Tirith. Yeah, okay, I get that. But like, so what if Aragorn's not like the be all end all Nordic hero like Beowulf? I like the fact that he's like, you know, a reluctant king. It adds drama. It works. Sure, Frodo can be a little pansy at times, like on Weathertop. Like, sure, we missed the badass scene of him at like the fords to Imladris, where he fucking challenges the Witch King and taunts him. Sure, but like the majority of the themes and the majority of the books are portrayed faithfully in the movie. That's all that matters. Sure, a few things get mixed up, but you want to know the best thing Peter Jackson fucking said, and it shut Tolkien's son up. Your father wrote like an epic, a mythology. Mythologies evolve as more people as it's handed down to people. This is just the handing down of that mythology to another generation with small like evolutions and iterations to match the times. Boom! Got him. But then The Hobbit came out and that completely just fucking like they just forgot that there was a Hobbit in the movie. So I can understand him being a little fucking miffed on that. Especially me. I was looking fucking forward to the Hobbit. Christ, fucking Tolkien himself before he died was like, this rockin' boss fucking animated version of the Hobbit is really good. They have my blessing. Well, okay. I didn't see your comment earlier because I was on my rant. Jen put, for the people who, I'm not sure if people are going to be able to see the chat or not, but she put, they can always write a bit of filler to pad out the story of each event. Not that hard. Wrong. It is incredibly hard. So it's hard. It's incredibly hard on two fronts. Number one, Tolkien like wrote out a fair amount of detail in the summarizing. Like, this is what they were doing, this is what they were at, how they were acting, so on and so forth. And what they were doing was a whole lot of nothing for the majority of the age. Like, for the majority of the Second Age, Numenor was isolationists. Like, the most they did was go to like the Lonely Isle and trade with the elves, and then sail around the world. Like, they explored all the other seas except for the west. They sailed everywhere. Like, they were as good as the elves when it comes to weapons and arms, in all the tech, like all the magics and sciences of Middle Earth. Like, they were like they are the penultimate human like faction, and they really didn't do anything. They lived in paradise, minding their own business, eating fruits off of trees, like like looking westwards to honor the Valar, and that's about it. Like, it's only the last like five kings where they slowly started getting scared and worried because, oh hey, we're dying, and like they started to become a culture of ancestral worship or ancestor worship, where like, oh, we need to build extravagant like tombs for our like my death, my like the Egyptians, where it's like my pyramid has to be the biggest. And so they were getting more elaborate fucking tombs, and like the fear of death was always amongst them at like the later generations. But it's like Sauron preyed on that with like the last few kings. That's really it. Like the majority of the stuff they can do that's like, ooh, intrigue and suspense. Like, you can't do much because Sauron's gonna have to do the exact same thing he's always doing. Like, and like they're saying they want to do like 6 seasons. Do you really want to see a beautiful Sauron being like, "You're going to die soon. You should really find a way to fix that." Like, that's all he's going to be doing for 6 seasons, bringing like rehashing the same thing. Like, but my lord, you can't anger the elves. You need them on your side so you can go westwards to learn how to be immortal. And it's like, okay, we get it, Sauron. You want them to go west. You want them to fuck up. You want them to die. This is how you're gonna fuck over the Numenorians. Okay, we get it. Like, they could do maybe 1 or 2 seasons, tops. Tops. And then what are they gonna do? Are they going to try and make some intrigue about Gondor? Like, my brother's conspiring against me. It's like, no, you can't. Like, Isildur and his brother and Elendil were totally fine. Like, leading up to the war, like the War of the Last Alliance and the War of Eregion or Eregion, like, nothing. There's no conflict. Sure, a few orc raids here and there. Sure, like some border disputes with like the tribal men that lived around where Rohan would later be founded, and to like the south in Umbar and Harad. But like, yeah, like Umbar was already conquered by the Numenorians. It's where the Black Numenorians originate when they sided with Sauron, and that's, you know, during the War of the Last Alliance. There's really nothing, and they said they're going to follow like the race of men because they thought this is the most interesting part of the story. It's like, no, no, the majority of the Second Age is fucking boring. It's only like the last like 500, 600 years out of like like 3 millennia that's interesting. The First Age, the majority of the First Age is vastly more interesting. It's when you have the first dragons, like fucking Encalagon the Black, which is so massive when it was fucking killed, stabbed by an airship. Like when it fell, it shattered a mountain range. Like that's a big dragon. Like you have the story of Turin Turambar, my favorite character in all the mythos, who literally is destined to slay Morgoth with his fucking meteorite metal sword that's like like that's sentient. Yeah, the fall of Gondolin, which is like Minas Tirith cranked to 11 with giant mechanical dragon tanks. Yes, Tolkien wrote about this. Yes, the orcs did in fact build giant mechanical dragon tanks. Also, armies of Balrogs. You have Glorfindel, who literally fights one on a mountain and like tackles it off the cliff, and Glorfindel gets resurrected, and he's in the Lord of the Rings book. He's the one that saves Frodo. And then you have fucking Ixelion, the tower guard of Gondolin, who literally stabs a motherfucking I think it's Gothmog, king of the Balrogs, with his pointed fucking helm, and they plummet like fucking 5 levels of like like picture Minas Tirith, but just a giant fucking circle instead of a half circle. Like from the peak of the fucking of Minas Tirith, 5 levels down, they fall, and like he headbutted him, and then they fall into a fountain, and they both die. But that motherfucking Ixelion though, he's a boss. And then you have the story of Beren and Luthien, which is basically Tolkien and his wife's XP, because Tolkien's like stone, like Tolkien's tombstone literally says, "Here lies Beren," and then his wife says, "Here lies Luthien." And like that's a badass story because Beren steals a Silmaril off of the crown of Morgoth, the only mortal to do so. And he's the first to fall in love with like an elf and marry her, and she's the first elf to give up her immortal life. And they're the ones who spawn Aragorn's lineage. And then you have Tuor and Idril when he goes to Gondolin, and they have a baby, and that's another half elven baby. And then Tuor's son, I think it's Tuor's son or Tuor's daughter, like his child and Beren's child have a baby, and like their children are Elrond and Elros. And then when the gods come, like that's a fuck that like you want to see fantasy crank to fucking 11. The War of Wrath, where you have flaming demons, giant fuck up like thousands of dragons blotting out the sky, and then gods themselves throwing lightning bolts, and then you have elves and dwarves and men and orcs and evil men. Like the battles are so titanic, they're leveling mountains. Like fucking rivers are boiling. The sea literally swallows up half the continent because of sword fights. That's insane. Like, and then you have Erendil, like the evening star, the star that's inside Galadriel's little vial. Like the motherfucker goes to Valinor to talk to the gods, and he's like, "Look, I got a Silmaril, a shiny gem." And they're like, "Okay, put it in your forehead." What? Also, your wife will turn into a swan. What? Do it now. Also, here's some wings on your boat. It's now an airship. Go back. And they're like, okay. And then he comes charging in with a holy blinding white light gem embedded in his forehead, riding a white boat with swan wings flapping, and he charges and just slams the prow into Encalagon the Black with a magical sword. and his wife as a swan or fucking seagull or whatever, fucking flying around. Like that is insane fantasy. I want to see that. Nah, second age. Boring. And they better not fucking do Lord of the Rings. I'll be fucking pissed off. And fucking The Hobbit. Ugh, no. Nice hot cup of tea. Well, that was a nice rant for fucking 40 minutes or so, or however long that was. Time for another cigarette. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Oh, ooh, I got a poke. A poke. I knew it. I knew I was going to get poked. 483 times in a row now. Okay. Yeah, I got poked on Facebook. It's the 483rd time I've been poked in a row. Ants in your room. Ew, strawberry whiskey. If it was actual strawberry, it wouldn't taste like anything because strawberries don't have taste. That's a fact. I will not shut up. This is my stream. It's the ramblings of an insane man. I ramble. Oh God, what was I playing? Was it Civilization? Or was it Fallout New Vegas? That's some insane shit happened. Hang on, I gotta look. I gotta look at my game playlist. See what I was playing. No, it's not on there. What the fuck was I? I was playing a fucking game. Like I was playing a normal game. Uh, God, what the fuck was I playing? Cause I was sitting there and I was thinking, this is kind of fucking insanely broken and it makes no goddamn sense. Uh, Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, that's something. That's something I could talk about. I am really, really, really depressed about the fact that Ark the Lad got such a shit sequel. Like, I am really depressed over that because it's a gotchamon. It's one of those gotta catch 'em all fucking collector fucking games. And it has a good premise too. Like it really does. I was watching playthroughs of it. I mean, granted, I can't read Japanese, and there ain't no fucking expectations of an English fucking release. But like, they were playing fucking. They had like it has the classic Arc the Lad soundtrack. I mean, granted, it's off key, which kind of hurt me in the feel. It got me right there in the feels because it's making me remember all the classic times that music played. But like it's set 20 years after the second one, so it's retconning 3 because I think 3 takes place 30 years later. and like the world is not the way it looks like in the third game. So three, like Arc the Lad 3, is just out the fucking window now for continuity. But like, I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what the fuck the plot's about. But like, it takes place in Milmana. You got a couple like old cast members that coming back, all of like two, which is stupid. There should be more. Like Tosh, don't don't poison yourself now. But like, it's Arc the Lad R, and and like the fucking developers were like, oh, R means many things. There's a lot of meanings to the word to the letter R in the game. So like a lot of people are like revival, resurrection. I oh, you want to know how fucking excited I'd be if like they resurrected Ark and Kukuru? You got to play Ark the Lad 2 and 1 and 2 to understand that reference. But like what's the R stand for besides like the obvious shit? Because like other people are like, oh, like in relation to like the gachamon fucking genre of game that it is. But it's like, man. And then like people are talking about like how remasters are like overdone, like oh fucking, or remakes. Like, we don't want remakes of these classic games. Like, motherfuckers, I want a remake of fucking Arc the Lad 1 and 2. Thank you very much. With updated graphics. I don't care if people don't like tactical RPGs anymore. Fucking Sony's gonna fucking remake, like they're gonna remake fucking Final Fantasy 7 of all the Final Fantasies to remake. Granted, they've remade technically they remade 1 and 2 with Dawn of Souls. Then they did 3 for the DS. Then they did 4, and then they haven't done 5 or 6, which is bullshit. They should do 5 and 6. And then now we're gonna do 6. We're gonna do 7, and then there's like talks of 8. Fuck that. Do one of your other classics, Arc the Lad, Arc the Lad 1 and 2. Those were some of the first role play JRPGs, especially JTRPGs, to come out on the console. I believe Arc the Lad 1 was a fucking launch title, and that got rushed out to meet the release of the PlayStation, which is why it's like a 10 to 12-hour game. And then the meat and potatoes of Arc the Lad is in Arc the Lad 2, because Arc the Lad 1 and 2 were supposed to be a singular game, but it was just too time consuming, and they were still developing everything. It's why the graphics look better in 2. It's why there's more detail and more strategy in and role playing mechanics in 2, and why 1 is pretty bare bones. But like, it's got a great cast. It's got like 14 to 16 fucking characters. All of them get a fucking spot to shine. Uh, really nice combat system. Really fucking polished. Really good difficulty spike. Uh, Amazing plot. Amazing fucking music. Amazing world. It's like diesel punk, but not quite. That makes sense. Like, picture not like what I get from Arc the Lad is like late 80s manga setting. So 80s Japan with like the setting. Then take samurai and sword fighters, like take medieval weapons and people using them, plop them in, guns included, like machine guns and shotguns and Gatling guns. Then add robots and badass airships. So add that. Then add monsters. Add a 3,000-year-old war that happened against the Dark One that people have forgotten. Add 5 elemental gods. Add a little bit of time travel into it. And magic. Arc the Lad. Also, power stones are a thing, which are like elemental rocks infused with this with the power of the gods. Oh, I think I got poked again. But like those are used as fuel sources, but it's never fully explained. Because like Romania, which is the main big bad nation that you fight against, like they're mining it. They're mining them in Zaraban. I think it's Zaraban that they're mining it from. And like the mining fucking the mining station is basically like a battleship in sand. Also, that's another thing they never explain in the first Arc Delete is the giant fucking death beam. That's never explained. Also, like Romania is a single is basically just one gigantic fucking walled off city in the country, and it's got like one massive, and I mean massive. Like, wait till I play Arc Delete 2 because you get to go to there, but it's got a massive fucking wall with a giant fucking trench line, and there's one train that goes in and out, and then on top of that, there's like concentric defensive perimeter. It's like a Cadian fucking city from 40K. It is just built for fucking defense, and they dress like Nazis. But like the world, it's such a great setting. Like it really needs to have an update. It needs a remake. Give it some updated graphics, fucking badass cutscenes, expand a bit, like add more detail to the first part and the second part, explain a few more things because I mean time constraints. But like you got all kinds of badass shit, and then do a new anime like they did an anime back in the 90s for it or early 2000s, and it was kind of meh. Like it had a great start because it actually started off exactly like Arc the Lad 2, but they skipped Arc the Lad 1. But like do an anime, please, and not a stupid one where it's like all jokey and shit. Like please don't. Do a serious one. God, that'd be awesome. I would buy all of it. I'd be like, take my money. If they were like, yeah, Arc the Lad 1 and 2 are going to be remade, it's going to cost you $100. Take it. Fucking take it. If you do beat for beat the first two games and expand just a little bit, explain some stuff, like where did the giant death beam come from? Like give us some badass cutscenes to the seven Braves, which were the original, like the reincarnations or the descendants of the like the original main cast of Arc Lad 1 fighting against the Dark One. Uh what else would I want? Uh hmm. What would That is a good question. What the fuck would I want besides those things? Like what really big details would I want? Hmm. I'm honestly trying to think. I can't think of anything that I'd want added. All the mini games in the game are fucking amazing. I mean, you could add a casino because Arc the Lad 3 had a casino where you could like, you know, bet. You could do that, but like you don't really need it because most of the time you have a like you had also it's one of the first games I ever played that had a crafting system for loot that you get off of monsters. Um, I'm not sure. I can't think of anything. If I can't think of anything to improve the game, it's a goddamn good fucking solid game. Okay, I can think of something. I can think of one thing, and it's not even that big of a deal. Uh, make Choco the secret character that you can get. Make Choco if they keep it to the way it was for the battle system, because you have different locales that you can go to just fight monsters. Uh, Up that's okay. Two things. First thing is Choco. Choco is a secret character that you can get for going 50 floors down in the Forbidden Ruins, beating her, and then you get to use her. In the first game, you are very limited as to where you can use her, and this is a side thing. Improve the summons that Chungara can do, because Chungara's summons are a bitch to level up, like a total fucking bitch. Because Arctalad 1's save can be transferred to Arctalad 2, and you unlock secret shit, like secret side details and story parts with the original cast, and their levels carry over. And you get a 10, I think it's a 10 level boost. So max level in Arctalad 1 is 50. So in Arctalad 2, they start off at 60. That means everything. So the main cast and the summons. And the summons are a pain in the ass to fucking level up. So make them a little, not too tanky, not like fucking massively like nerf their abilities or anything. Just buff them up a little bit better. Just a wee bit. That's it. Um, and then allow Choker to be used on all battle things. That's it. The other improvement, and it's a problem that Arcblad 1 has. If you're going to if they remade them, have Arcblad 1 have the same battle system as Arcblad 2, meaning you can purchase equipment instead of just obtaining it randomly, because you can equip weapon items the way most RPGs do. They're just accessories, and you only get 4 slots. So if you get a sword, all the sword does is just like increase your base attack speed, like your base attack by like 5. And then like it might increase like your turn order or your chance of a critical or a debuff when you hit. That's about it. And people might be going, well, that's what a weapon's supposed to do. That's the thing. There's like 2 swords in the entire game. That's it. 2. The rest of them are like idols and necklaces and beads and cards and sunglasses. Like you'll find a pair of sunglasses that prevent like darkness, so you can't be blinded. Um, a pair of boots that increases your jump level, so you can jump over things. Or the Kaiser glove, which is one of the first items you get in the game, which allows you to catch items that get tossed at you, because you can throw rocks and bombs and shit at enemies with your throw range, because you have a throw score or skill or stat. Like, keep all that stuff, because the second game has it, but allow the characters to go into cities. And if I remember correctly, the game, there's a time skip of like 2 years, 2 or 3 years around that, because Ark is 16 or 17 in the first game, and then he's like 19, 20 in the second. So like, take Arcthalad 2's item and combat mechanic, like take all the improved shit, like the polish of 2, and put it into 1 when it comes to items. Like I want to go into towns and like just walk around and see what the towns looked like a couple years before too. I want to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to equip this like swords for Tosh and fucking Ark and fucking fighting gloves for Iga because he's a monk and fucking a cane for Gogan and like that kind of stuff. That's it. Those are the only things I can think of off the top, like that I can actually think of, and it's just for the first one. I can't think of anything other than add a casino, add some fucking like a casino game fucking place to to Arctilad 2. Like that's how fucking perfect that game is. That's it. That's all I can think of. It's like what more can I say? I want remakes, damn it. Wonder if Jen died from the bug spray because of the ants going after her strawberry whiskey. Hmm. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about and rant and rave about. I think I'm just gonna finish my tea and then probably start watching either Ghost in the Shell or fucking Neon Genesis Evangelion before I get fucking dragged off Saturday to stay at Ricky's because I know I won't be able to watch it around them because Ricky doesn't watch anime. Maddie doesn't, and it's definitely not something Paige would like to walk in on. Both of those are very adult in theme, especially Neon Genesis. So yeah. Oh, you didn't die. Good, good, good. How went the bug slang? Ah. Ooh. Like I said, don't kill yourself. You never know. All right. Well, I'm gonna go because I'm starting to lose focus again. But I'll be on Skype, Jen, if you want to hit me up if you still live. So thank you everybody for coming, even though I know hardly anyone fucking watches these fucking things in its entirety. But thank you anyways. And I'll try and talk to you guys eventually. I'm not even gonna fucking try and put a fucking time stamp on this one. I ain't gonna say like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what, whenever I'm available. So I'll talk to you guys another time. Good night.